Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of the Suited Kings podcast. Today is a very special day, more so than the rest. Even I feel like we start a lot of episodes like that, but the
We
reason
always
for
say it's a special guest. I don't know if the other episodes are special, so that's okay.
well, this one's extra special because we're bringing it back to the old days, the days when we started Suited Kings, where Wes is right by my side and we're having a nice conversation in person.
It's probably been about a year. I think sometime late last year was when I took this gear home, and we've just been doing it virtually.
Yeah, man, it's really nice to have you back, and let's talk some poker now.
Yeah.
Dude, and so this is actually going to be an extension of our multi-way pots episode. Wes has played some hands recently that he's really been wanting to break down and get my input because he knows it's going to be very valuable to him. So we are going to we're going to break those down, and then we're going to do our fall poker classic predictions for the third year in a row now. Actually, Wes, this is our third time doing it on the podcast. So at Canterbury each year in the fall, there's the fall poker classic. It's like Christmas time for Minnesota poker players. It's a 2-week series where they have a bunch of events. They have six maxes, PLO high low, PLO or PLO 8, I should say, PLO. They have a mini main, and then it culminates into the $1,100 main event, which Wes and I are actually going to go play right after recording this episode. So very much looking forward to that. And I feel like this will get our brains primed to
Oh,
play some solid poker today.
it will. It will.
Yeah.
And yeah, just so just to remember how it's gone in the past. I know we've both won some bets, but each of the last 2 years, I've knocked it out of the park with my FPC predictions. Both times one of my predictions has ended up winning. The first time, 2 of my 3 final tabled, and then I also final tabled. So really 3 of my 4 finished in the top 4 that
If you had a third hand right now, Wes, it'd be patting yourself on the back, is what
it is. It is. And yeah, last year I predicted the winner too. So to those listening, this is going to carry a lot of weight. I mean, you don't have to listen to what Max says, but whatever I say is going to carry its weight in gold.
I will say you have done pretty well. Even more impressively, these tournaments. I mean, it's not like there's just 100 players. Like these things get hundreds and hundreds of entrants. So
I think each of the last couple of years it's been in the 600s.
Yeah, it's typically right around 6 figures up top. So
Yep. Yeah, like one. It was before we did the chop 2 years ago. It was like 130 up top. Last year was probably.
And granted,
similar.
last year you chose Richie Elsip to win, and to no surprise, it's Richie, so he ended up winning the damn thing.
Yep.
And if you guys are familiar with Richie, or if you're not, make sure to go back in time, dig through our episodes. We did an interview with Richie Elsip, and he is one of the kindest and most killerest at the same time. That was very weird.
Poorly killer. Yeah.
Poorly worded, but he's just an absolute stud and a great poker mind. Go check out that episode with Richie, and I'm gonna put a stop to him this year and get my own banner.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, Canterbury actually gives a banner each year to the winner, and you know what? I'm for the money. I play for the money. For you, I guess that makes sense because it's primarily a job. I play for the glory and the money. I want both.
Well, trust me, when I go in there, and it's not something I think about generally, but when I go in there and I see that banner of Ian, I get a little sadness because I'm like, I was half of a small blind away from that being me.
Yeah.
And, we
Wes got second in this event. I got seventh in it, so we both have final table this event.
We have, and luckily we did ICM chop most of it heads up, so we were playing, and we're still playing for 10K, but like. It was still such a big score that the money losing the heads up battle never bothered me until I see that banner. I'm like, I could have had that. Like, and it is kind of like you said, the Minnesota Christmas in terms of poker, or it's like it is the main Minnesota poker event. Like
the biggest of the year for sure.
Yeah, and I know we'll have like the MSPT come through, and those actually get bigger.
But that's
the MSPT. This is like the Minnesota Championship.
It's hosted by the casino. It's not a third party entity. Yeah, it's like So, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna miss the MSPT in December because I'm gonna be in the Bahamas.
That's right, you will.
I'm pretty hyped on that. When I won the ring, I got that 5K Bahamas package, which I finally got scheduled. So I'll be out there for the first event. Yeah, either winning a ton of money or having a great time on the beach. So it's a win-win.
It's a win-win. I will be at that one, and then they were smart about it. They made the main event the first weekend of the series in Minnesota because the WPT Prime in Vegas is that next week. So I'm going to go out to
You
that
can't miss.
as well.
I mean, I feel like if you're going to be traveling, because there's so much going on. There's WSOP Bahamas, there's MSPT Running Aces, and then there's the WPT Prime and WPT Championship in at the Wynn in Vegas. And I mean, hands down. Everyone I've talked to agrees that like the Wynn WPT, if you're going to be playing anything, the Prime and the Championship are going to be the events to play and not miss.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I will be missing them. So maybe the champion, if I just make a hella deep run in this Bahamas trip, come back home, I might just fly out for the 10K. We'll see.
We'll see.
It's gonna require some magic, but hey, maybe just soak this in, and we'll see what happens in a couple months here.
Absolutely.
Well, let's pry apart that brain of yours, Wes, and spit some hands out.
Yeah. So the first one we'll talk about is should we do the live tournament or the online cash?
Let's go live. We'll do that first.
So this was actually a few days ago in the mini main at Canterbury, $600 buy-in. And it's really a one or two, or maybe two decisions, but really one that I think are interesting. And that I guess I don't know what most people would do, but I made what to me felt like a very easy decision that I think would surprise a lot of people.
All right. Yeah. Well, I honestly, dissecting hands with you over all these years, there's been a few of them where I've been very surprised.
Yeah. It is incredible to see just in general how differently people view the game. So the blinds here are going to be 300, 600, and we're going to start the hand with something around 25 or 30K, which isn't
50 bigs.
Yeah. And we have ace king offsuit under the gun +1.
Okay. So you make it 12.
1400.
Okay, 14.
Yep.
What is that even?
2.33.
2.3. Yeah, of course you just have that.
We're too deep to go min, you know?
I'm the min man though. Like
yeah. Which actually is I would almost see like myself being the min guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would, it just simplifies things, and you know what
it does online, but
Yeah.
like live it.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna mix in some 2.33s today in the main.
Make sure it's with ace king and aces though.
Okay.
And ace 5 suited.
Good thing this ain't coming out until after I play today, so
Yeah.
they won't know.
They won't know.
Continue.
So, yeah, we opened a 1400. We get 3 callers. I think it's the hijack, the button, and the big blind.
Okay.
2 of them are in position to us, and then 1 is the big blind. So the pot 56 plus the ante plus the small blind is 6,500. And we get a flop of jack 6-6 with 2 hearts, so we kind of miss. We
no heart, and
we do have the ace of hearts.
Okay. Not super,
but
yeah.
With 3 other players in here, we're not going to.
Our plan, I'm assuming at this point, is just check fold to any action, or do you bet small here and just try and knock out all the nonsense?
My plan is to check. Like, let's say it would depend on the sizing, right? Because if an in position player bets, they're not going to have many 6s. So like, if they just give us a good price with 2 overs and backdoor hearts, like I might come along. If they bet like,
let me tell you the super meta play.
Yeah.
Small, big blind checks. Oh wait, never mind. I thought you had 2 people in front of you and only 1 person behind you. My play is disregarded now. Never mind.
Yeah.
It mattered. It mattered. All right, continue.
So it checks around. Turn is the ace of clubs. So good card.
Yep. Oh no, does big blind start betting?
No. So what happens is,
sorry, 4-6-6 ace. Is that right?
Jack 6-6.
Jack 6-6 ace.
Yeah.
Okay.
So big blind checks, and here I decide to kind of play straightforward and go for value. So what sizing are you thinking here?
There's 60 what in the middle?
65.
65 in the middle. There's a flush out there. We want to keep it. I mean, at this point, I don't mind just kind of sizing it up and just charging all jacks and aces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just like going like 4,500.
Yeah, I went 4K.
Okay.
That was my exact and not so much the jacks because it really looks like I have an ace.
Yeah, yeah.
But I figure, either
But
of these
even if in these tournaments, even if you have an ace, people are like, "Oh, I got a jack. I'm just not folding."
yeah. And so when we're sizing up here because I just figure either one of the in position players can have an ace and they can't really fold here.
And we want to get value for our hand.
Yeah, and my plan is to go like 4K, and then if one of them calls, go like 9 or 10 on the
Okay.
river.
So there's still the hijack and button behind you.
Yeah. So the hijack calls, the button folds.
Oh no. Who's in the big blind?
It's not someone I know.
Younger, older, just a physical
Probably
description?
like 30s.
Okay. What's your vibe on him?
Well, no, I actually don't know because someone had busted out of that seat. Like he was fairly new to the table.
Okay. So not like pretty much zero reads on him.
Yeah, but he thinks for a very short amount of time and puts in two greats. He check raises the 10K into both of them.
Oh god, just the click raise.
Yeah.
This is always pure nutted.
It's a 6 for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. It's just always pure nutted. And he's just never doing that with the flush draw into three players. If he was, I mean, he would have just started trying to bet on the turn if it was something like that and he wanted to bluff, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Check raising so small here, your hand is just dust.
Yeah. So we snap muck.
Yeah.
Like I take, it probably looked like I just had a complete bluff.
I love that you snap mucked just because like you're just dialed in. I probably would have taken a while and given my hand, a proper good night.
A little funeral, a private funeral.
Excuse me. Yeah, a little private funeral. But yeah.
If I wish there hadn't been someone still in the hand because I would have windmilled. I would have been like, don't even think.
Well, so hijack is the one who called, right?
Yeah, and he took a while and folded as well.
Oh, he did fold.
Yeah.
Okay.
So honestly, I think he had an ace too.
Yeah, that makes sense. I really think that. I mean, what hand? Let's talk about it. What hand does this for value? Anything better than yours?
Yeah.
And what hand does this as a bluff? I can't think of one.
I mean, Queen 10 of Hearts maybe, but like
he would have sized up Queen 10 of Hearts and tried to get some folds though.
Yeah, he might just jam or realistically. I think almost every time players just call with it.
It sounded like he was trying to grab you guys by the udders and get the maximum milk out of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I couldn't have said it any better.
Oh man, I'm glad you brought that up. I think that's just professional level play in my opinion. Whether you're correct or wrong, like you're doing it for a reason, and I can't. I mean, yeah,
and I think
watch him just have ace 10 hours.
Oh, yeah, he just flashes an ace like good fold.
I will say there is a universe where some people will just do some weird shit and overvalue. Like I have an ace here, like, and they don't know what they're doing, so they just do weird shit.
Yeah.
There's a possibility of that, but I think most of the time this is going to be just.
Yeah, and to the listeners out there, I think the point of this hand is first off that the multi-way aspect just adds such a different layer here. If this was a heads up pot where like, let's say I check back flop and then he check raise turn, like when he only has to get through one player, there's just a little bit more chance of it being a bluff. And also it is.
That's a great point though. Like when they're doing this into multiple opponents, it drastically reduces the chances it's a bluff, or it should rather. Not that it does, but it should.
Yeah, and also I think there can be this feeling of okay, well I have to call the turn here and then evaluate the river. Like I think there's some people out there who would flick in the call on the turn and then face the jam on the river and then go into the tank, and it's like the jam's coming. If you have experience playing, the jam's coming. And
also it's probably kind of, I mean, just somewhat important to note that you have the ace of hearts in your hand, so he's not just doing this with like, not that he should anyways, but he doesn't have the an ace high flush draw.
Yeah, you're right that if we had a different ace king, I could see a world where someone, not that they should, but once in a while could be like, oh, I have top pair in the flush draw, like I'm raising. And so yeah, you're right that's not a possibility because of the suit of our cards. So
Yeah. For example, if you had like ace four of hearts or something.
hmm exactly. So yeah, we flicked that one into the muck pretty easily.
Okay.
And
Okay. Any information after that regarding just kind of he just moved everybody moved on, he didn't show.
he didn't show. I think, yeah, I'm 90+% sure he had a 6 or better.
I feel like even higher, yeah, like it's
Yeah.
like 95 plus. But
I guess the ace jack is a possibility.
yeah, and that's yeah.
Same deal though
You know,
for us.
it's at this point of playing poker so long and going through the motions so many times, like I feel like it's really easy to let go hands like this and not lose sleep over it either. You know what I mean? I think when I was a younger poker player, I'd either pay it off because I was just like I just had to see it, which is a leak, big leak,
Yeah, having to see it that's
massive leak, right? So something to work on as well to take away from that. Don't lose sleep over it.
Yeah.
You'll never know, but that's okay.
You'll never know.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this online cash game that I was playing on Clubs Poker.
Okay.
Which you can sign up for in the link of this the description in this podcast.
You're getting better. You're getting better.
Yeah. um yeah, we just had another meetup game. I don't know who even won.
I believe Zibby Poker.
Oh,
did.
Zibby won. That's
Yeah.
right. Thank
Shout
God.
out, yeah, shout out. Was he heads up against Daniel?
I don't know.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, either way. Shout out to our boy Zibby on shipping the meetup game. He won I think like 400 and something sweeps coin.
480 something.
480 something, as well as that sweet Discord mug champ title. That beautiful yellow tag that's next to his name on Discord. Yeah. Anyways, back to the cash game hand. Is this 5-10?
It's 2-5, and at this point we're just playing three-handed. And one of the players is, I would say, like quite competent, but not like a great player.
I'm assuming this hand is going to include all three players being a multi-way episode.
It kind of it. So there's an aspect of it. And then one player is an absolute whale.
Okay.
Like he's
Were you bum hunting at this point? Is this why you're at this table?
Yes.
Okay.
And so basically this guy had a history of he would just randomly bet pot. He would have a ton of random shit pre-flop. He would just like lead out for pot, or he would, you checked him and you can just reliably, like over half the time he's just going to click the pot button. He was just this kind of player that the money was getting in. Like he had won a few buy-ins and then punted it off and then rebought. Like he got up to so the buy-in's $500. He got up to 2K and punted it all off quickly and then bought it again. And so that's where we're at here.
Oh man. You're drooling. Okay.
Yeah, we're feeling good. Actually, the table might have been four-handed at this point, but anyway. No,
it feels kind of nice to know too that he doesn't seem like he's going to hit and run too. If he just takes a stack off you, like you can come back and get it back from.
He's in there for the long.
I hate the hit and runs, man. They on global clubs, any online site, they just take a stack from you and then just snaps it out. Like
I've had it.
Anyways.
Yeah. So I'm going to play this hand a little differently than I normally would, and it's going to be kind of obvious why. So the other, decent player opens to, he min raises the button. So he min raises the $10. Normally I would 3-bet the small blind here. I have pocket sixes, but I want to get the big blind in the hand.
And flop a set.
Yes. Which, to be honest, is exactly what happened. So I call, big blind calls, pot is $30, queen 10-6 rainbow.
Beautiful.
Yep.
You unblock all the top pairs, all the draws.
Oh yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, that's juicy. Yep.
So we check big blind.
Please say bet spot.
You bet spot.
Oh, please say the button at least flats.
He flats.
Okay, hold on. So it's queen 10-6 full rainbow.
Yep. And here, so our stack, by the way, we have at this point, we have like 900 in front of us. We have about 180 bigs.
And are you covered?
The button has us covered. This other player has 100 because he just rebought.
That's right. Yeah. So we're just flatting here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so part of the reason for this too is like if I raise, I think the button is going to kind of know what's up.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's gonna fold some straight
You're
hands.
keeping your range a lot more open by flatting,
Yeah.
and the board isn't too wet to where you're. I mean, there's some shitty turn cards, but like you're just not. For example, a shitty one would be an ace.
Yeah, like ace, king, jack. There's plenty of stuff that could bring in a straight.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yep, that's my thought as well. But yeah, we just want to keep our fish on the line essentially.
Yeah.
I like it.
And I think raising the big blind might stay in if he actually has
Would you
anything.
consider raising here if the board was slightly wetter with a flush draw? So same board,
Yeah.
but with the flush draw would be the separator,
Hmm.
just to start charging these draws.
Yeah, and honestly, even if the big blind, the the fun player, if he had as much money as us, but the button is actually the one who has us covered. So like we need to be a bit more deceptive if we want to get a bunch of money from him. And
That
I
makes
figure
sense.
like
And he's a good player too. You're saying,
yeah,
you
and I
both are just literally teaming up to try and
yeah, I mean to be clear, no, we're going not teaming. Yeah.
You don't know who he is, but I'm just saying like you both have the same. You're both sitting down at the table drooling over this guy.
Yeah, and honestly, like online cash games, they're especially at the higher stakes, like when those games run, it tends to be there tends to be at least a recreational that kind of gets things started in a
Yeah,
way.
that makes sense.
Um, so the pot is, let's see, there's 24 big, so it's 120, and the turn is a 10. So pairs the board. So we have a boat. So now the straight draw, like we're only worried about other boats, of course. Worried, not even the right word, but so we check.
Sorry, you said the turn was a 10.
Yeah.
I was daydreaming about something. Go ahead.
Yeah, you were thinking about how you're gonna double me up on the final table bubble. Of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
FPC
yeah,
main.
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so board pairs is the 10. At least you make up. You have a boat here. That's great because tens are still in the big blinds range and in the buttons range.
Yeah, no, this is perfect. And so we check. Unfortunately, the big blind checks again.
Okay,
Button bets
Okay.
75
into
into 120.
okay,
And so we want
just a flat again.
Yeah, we flat.
yeah.
Unfortunately, the big blind folds. I know.
You got a little bit of his money, but here's the thing: it's like now let's just cooler the shit out of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was really just hoping to see big blind bet 120.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. But I like so far. I like the whole point of flatting when we're just so strong here. Multi-way is to get the maximum from both players. If let me ask you, if we were heads up in the small blind to this, say big blind just folded our check folded the flop
Mhm.
and button bets, are we going to start punishing him even without flush draws just to try and build a pot? Because I mean,
If
the reason I'm saying that is because
actually,
we unblock.
I might have
top.
led the turn in that case.
Okay.
Um,
So check call flop and then donk lead turn.
yeah,
That's so out of my wheelhouse.
yeah. Granted, the fact that we're in the small blind means we have a lot.
Oh, but on the 10 turn, I would definitely do it on the 10 turn when it pairs the board. Because we as we've discussed, we love leading on those where that kind of smashes our range type thing.
Yeah, if the button was the one who bet into both of us on flop, I would think he might check some tens back into against two players.
That makes sense. Maybe not against specifically that big blind, but
maybe not. Yeah. Anyways, so we're here now. The pot is 270, and we're going to the river, and we still have like a little under 800 behind here. And the river is an 8. So Jack 9 does get there for a straight. We can have Jack 9 suited. Granted, like a lot, when I say we can, we're normally just playing 3 better fold from small blind in cash here, but with the rec and the big blind, we wanted to bring him in.
We wanted to include him in our activities.
We did. We wanted him to have as much fun as possible.
All right. I love how he just bets pot and then just check folds turn.
And then the button can have Jack 9 either suited or offsuit.
Yeah, but we're not going to play monsters under the bed right now.
Well, we beat a straight.
Oh yeah, we beat a straight. We turn was a 10. We got a boat. All right,
yeah,
you're right.
So in terms of big blinds, let's see. The pot was Uh, 54. Yeah, that sounds right. 54.
How do we get it all in?
Well, and here's the thing. Here's what I was actually thinking about in real time. So I check and he bets 3/4 pots. It was a little over 40 big, basically 200. 200. He bet just over 40 big. So it might have been over 3/4.
I mean, at this point, he has to have. I mean, he just doesn't have bluffs, does he?
Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm kind of thinking. Here's my thought process too, because and I'll just say what I did. I jammed and he tank folded.
Okay.
So I win a pretty good pot.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm wondering though, and this is where the multi-way aspect of it comes in. Are we actually torching money by jamming? And this is the weird thing. Like I couldn't decide in real time because of course we're almost always ahead here. But if we get called, like if we check jam this river, like
You're
I'm
getting all top pairs to fold.
well, first off, I think I'm getting tens to fold.
A 10.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because the Jack 9 gets because now there's straights on board.
Yeah. And like it also just the value of the hand, like
Wes is torching money in multi-way pots.
yeah. Well, and this is what I'm wondering. Cause like when he bets so he called flop, he has something. So we're 3 ways to the turn and he decides to bet. And so I don't think he's betting straight. Like I think it's a value bet almost 100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling as well. Into the small blind where you can just have so much shit.
Yeah, he knows that I can have if I'm playing the hand this way, he knows I can have a 10.
Yeah, yeah.
And
the sizing doesn't scream bluff either. So, but
yeah, and I don't know, like
it screams value bet.
I wouldn't even read into sizing though, just because like
we've had this discussion before. I think I slightly disagree on sizing. I read probably more into sizing than you do on rivers.
Yeah, but when you're playing against cash game, I don't know. If
I
this
guess
guy's
maybe that's
pros.
the difference. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Like you are reading into those sizings against rec or even sometimes decent players, and I think, and not that I never do, but like I think in terms of when you play online cash, that's when you get such a high volume against the same players.
Yeah.
You cannot have those sizing tells or they're going to just rip you apart.
Yeah.
You know? And, but I also agree just in the sense that he bet into both of us on the turn. I don't even think a queen is doing that on the
10 turn for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of putting him at a pair over queens or a 10 plus.
Yeah, and which is a good thing, of course. But also when we check jam here, you're
not just check jamming a single like a 10 with a straggler either. It's got to be a boat or a straight. Yeah, straight to get value from the 10.
And so I give this guy full credit that he, especially like this, I'm getting almost 2 full stacks in with this hand. It's like he knows I'm not going to just be overvaluing.
How much did he bet? How much did he bet on the river?
He bet. So the pot was actually, I think 53 big. Why am I 54 or 53? And
how dare you just not have this completely locked in?
And he bet like 40.5.
Oh, so it was a large. It was a lot.
3/4.
Yeah. 3/4.
So you bet a little over.
And you have how much behind? And he has you covered, obviously.
Yeah, I have, in terms of big blinds, I think I had 158. So he bet 40, essentially 40 into 54.
Do you just make it like 95 or something?
Nah, it's never going to be a thing.
No, I know it's not, right?
Yeah.
But, well, what can you make it that would make it get paid here?
I'm just saying maybe I should just call.
Oh, because you're only going to get called by better. Or this is a spot where you're only going to get called by better. Sick.
Yeah. Like there is a world where, sure, maybe I could click it and he's like fine, I call with king 10.
Well, against an amateur, I would definitely do something like that. Or you might just jam them.
Yeah, against an amateur, I would definitely just jam, and I would just assume they can never get away from a 10 almost always. And even if they can sometimes, like I would rather try, like even if a jam makes them slightly more likely to fold, I'd rather I still think in the long run we make more money by putting it all in instead of just clicking it.
Okay. Okay.
And
Let me
also,
ask you if he shows, hold that thought. He
yeah,
shows a 10 and you just call. Do you feel sick about it?
a little, but because then it's a free roll. If I know 100% sure I'm ahead, then it's like I'm free rolling by jamming,
Yeah.
right? But the way I look at it is he can have, there aren't a ton of combos, but there's 6 combos of queen 10. He can have 3 of queens, 1 of pocket 10. So that's 10 combos. And then I think he can still have 10-8 offsuit, he can probably have. So that's another 6. So maybe like 16 combos we lose to. He's never betting pocket 8s on the turn, right? But so there's 16 combos essentially that we lose to, which is not a ton. Like there are way more that we beat. Any ace 10, king 10, jack 10, aces, kings, 10-9 suit, 10-9.
It's such an, like, this is on a more of a meta level. I like the idea. I completely understand where you're coming from. I think, I mean, maybe it's embarrassing for me to admit that it's like, I, yeah, I probably would have just jammed here as well.
Oh, I mean, and yeah, it's not like you're definitely like supposed to jam, but it's the sort of thing where,
But this can, yeah, I mean, you're going to get called at pretty much by only something that beats you.
yeah, like if we think, man,
Unless it's against an amateur.
yeah, yeah.
Disclosure.
Like, yeah, do I think he just sigh calls with ace 10? I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how much he's played with you and how good he thinks you are as well.
Yeah, I'd say if he's, so he has, I will say he is a guy who has played, he has the same, I assume he's the same as someone on Global I've played a decent amount with. They have the same screen name, so I assume it's the same guy. I haven't
Probably.
played with him a ton on clubs, but
Yeah. Okay.
and
You do see some crossover between the sites, yeah. And if they got the same name, it's more than likely him.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I think he like, and this is where I have to be honest with myself too, is like, do I really think I'm gonna get in here and turn a hand like what am I turning into a bluff here? Queen 9 suited? I don't know. Like what am I?
You're not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. And that's why this will work against an amateurs because they're just not thinking that much.
Yeah. Or honestly, there have been times where maybe I'm playing against someone who I'm thinking of times live where I'm playing against someone who like,
If you're playing live jam all day, you're gonna get called in an $1,100 tournament even.
yeah, but like there are times live when someone who like knows who I am and is a pretty competent player in general is like, I know you can be bluffing, and I'm like,
What
can
bluff
I?
do I
I'm like,
have?
I don't know if I can,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
glad you're thinking this way.
That's how you get paid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, I maybe should, but like, how do I get here with like I'm just gonna fold a queen on the river. Honestly, I'm gonna call with my tens. I'm gonna fold my queen X.
Yeah. You really got to think these through. It sucks when you have a time bank.
Yeah,
um,
and like I think so. What I guess what I'm saying is like, am I really? Because I am still 3 betting pocket queens and stuff, right? So are my actual jams? Should it just be like only queen 10 suited or 10-8 suited? Maybe that's
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm not too sure. Against this specific opponent, it probably makes sense. Yeah, because otherwise he's only going to be calling you with those hands.
Yeah. Yeah, like if I jam 10-8 suited, I want to get called by pocket sixes and
Yeah, it's funny how you can make about jam in the river here after playing it what seems to be perfect to get the most in there, and then saying you're torturing money.
yeah, in the moment I thought about it. I'm like, okay, Wes, you're overthinking it. Just go all in. And then once he didn't snap call, I was obviously like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I was like, there was a moment when I clicked all in where I'm like, Is
I
this?
feel like a lot. I mean, probably the majority. I would say the very large majority, 98% plus maybe, would think they're gonna just get called from any 10. Like they don't think on that deeper level. Like that's a very small percentage of player type thing.
Mhm.
So I commend you for that. And I just included myself in that. That's not,
Well,
I mean,
thank you.
I
Yeah.
would have jammed there. So in cash games, obviously things are just a bit different. Like you said, they just have so much more of a sample size with these players, and it's just different.
Mhm.
So, and that's definitely not my strong suit. So I can learn a few things from you still, I guess.
Nah, you're washed.
Old dog, not new tricks. You're washed.
Yeah.
We'll see after this weekend, buddy.
We'll see indeed.
No.
Canterbury's been kind of rough to you, I
Oh,
feel
it's
like.
been absolutely just a slaughter fest for like 2 years straight.
Yeah.
But
Well,
as I've said in the past, like variance goes both ways. It's the
it does.
beautiful thing about
It
it. So I'm
There's
not
no rhyme or reason. You
I'm
know what
not
I
throwing
mean?
in the towel. I'm just gonna keep putting my head in there and my keeping my chin up. Or damn, I'm bad at analogies
Yeah,
today.
it feels like you're mixing a couple together there, but I
Nothing,
think we know what you mean.
nothing new there, buddy. But anyways, okay, that's a good hand. I like that multi-way hand. What do we have any other hands we wanted to get into?
Those are the main two. I think the biggest thing to take away here is just always be thinking logically. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and
It sounds
but
simple to
don't
say.
and don't justify. Like, don't come to how do I word this? Like
It would be very easy to justify
in this last spot for sure. Like I can get paid by a 10. I got a jam here, but it's
yeah.
like no, you have to think a level past that. Is this opponent? And, I'm seeing, and then you discuss: is this opponent know who I am? Are they going to be calling? What hands would they be calling me with? What hands would they not? And even though you have such a strong hand, they're not calling you with anything worse. Like a specific 10, because a straight now beats that too.
Yep. Yeah, and maybe they call me with a straight, but I also don't know that they bluff Jack 9 on the turn.
Calling with a straight is almost like calling with a 10
It's
because
actually worse because it doesn't block boats.
yeah, there
At
you
least
go.
you chop with the straights, but you also don't block
Yeah.
boats. So I don't know. Anyways, we jammed and got a fold, but it was yeah, a hand worth thinking about where I was like,
Key takeaways.
yeah. Key take we I think we should do key takeaways at the end of all these episodes.
I
I
like it.
don't know if we haven't I don't know if we've really done that, but
You were getting to it there. I heard it. I'm just
yeah.
reprompting. All
Yeah,
right.
totally. Biggest takeaway is just don't autopilot decisions because every situation is so unique, right? You got to always be focused because, like, yeah, a lot of times with the ace king hand, like, there are plenty of situations where we have top and there haven't been any bets going in and we get raised and it's like, oh, well, we want to call to keep them honest and blah, 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 whatever. But we're just in a spot there where I think like recognizing patterns, I think, is the idea here. Because
Yeah.
yes, of course, technically someone could have a bluff, but you and I have played poker for years and years, and we just don't see people bluffing there.
Yeah, for sure not. Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless it's a complete fish, right?
yeah, and
And those are easy to spot.
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. I would say always focus on the exact situation at hand and maybe practice. Like one thing I know I used to do back before I was even good at poker. Like I was probably okay, but when I was younger, I would just think through these kind of difficult situations where almost in my mind put myself in these tough spots and be like, okay,
Mm.
what would I do here? And it just gets you comfortable with thinking logically. And
Yes. If this bully took my lunch, would I punch him or would I put my tail between my legs and walk away? Is that where we're going?
oh, I'm to be clear, I'm talking about poker hands.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought we were going before like young.
No, no. And honestly, I would just
I think chess probably helped you a lot with thinking ahead. Yeah.
looking ahead in the game and
Yeah.
thinking what would
A lot of
happen.
people don't have that thought process at such an early age, which helped you probably develop it more than most, including myself.
Yeah, I would agree. And actually, I just thought of another one too. And this isn't even what we talked about, but it helps you, work your way through tough spots. And I think a good takeaway too is don't play to avoid tough decisions, because I see that all the time, and I've done it myself at times too, where I'm like, I don't want to play a hand this way because I might put myself in a tough spot. But instead of trying to avoid tough spots, like become the player where you're just like you trust yourself in tough spots.
Let me give a caveat to that. So I think I agree with you because then you're going to be Iron Man in those situations, right? But be prepared to initially make mistakes in those
Yeah,
spots, review, and then come back better the next time,
totally.
so that you will get there. Because you're not just going to figure those spots out the first time you get in there. You have to get in there. You have to make those mistakes. You have to recognize them and then come back better for the next time that you're in that spot.
Totally. Yeah, because I think it is the point of being a good player is that I shouldn't say anyone can just get the easy stuff down, because people are making mistakes all over, but like you can get the basics down, at least like pre-flop and some basic post-flop strategy. Like most people at least have an idea when it comes to that, but one of the edges in poker that you can give yourself is like just be better at these tough spots. So like actually getting into tough spots, as long as your opponent is also in a tough spot, like if you're out thinking them in the long run, you make more money. So
I like it. Yeah, and this is how you improve your game.
yeah,
And that's what we're here for.
we're here for that. Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, thank you for bringing those hands to the table. My brain's already going. I may not have the analogies correct at this moment, but I'll have the play correct when
You'll
I'm
get there.
putting chips in the middle. So,
I will see. We're gonna be at the same table today
oh
somehow.
God, you know what? If there'll be a lot of bad decisions made if that's
I
the
believe
case
that.
on your end, bitch.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. All right, let's get into some
Prediction.
fall poker classic predictions.
All right. So in the past, we've each picked 3 players. This time we're gonna each pick 4, but have ourselves be one of them.
Yeah, we
So
usually avoid having ourselves
yeah.
in the mix.
So we're gonna make 3 picks, and then it also counts if we ourselves make the final table.
Perfecto. And then we do the old snake draft.
Yeah. Do you want to go first this time? I feel like I've gone.
Sure, I'll go first. I have not thought about any of this, but
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. It's like my strategy here is going to be start off with, people we know are going to fire away and get
Mhm.
into the mix and have the give themselves the highest chances of making a deep run. So, and then I got to mix in some dark horses. Not that they're bad or anything like that, but just that I don't know if they're going to play, or they are newer and they don't have a ton of results yet. So I'm going to
Yeah.
yeah, you
Totally.
see what I'm saying? So that's the strategy here. I'm going to obviously go with man, there's actually a few people that could
There's
fit
a
this.
few for me.
Yeah, yeah. We're just gonna go right out of the mix and pick good old Robbie Waz.
Okay. I mean,
He's a Minnesota crusher. He's a bracelet winner, MSPT Hall of Famer. If you don't know who Robbie Waz is, um, it's probably a good thing because I'm just kidding. We love Rob. He's an absolute crusher too. So
yeah.
if there's a definition of a true field player, I feel like Robbie just slides right into that mold.
Yeah. There are definitely a few of them.
Yeah.
So I get 2 picks now. I'm going to go first. I'm going to go Mike Wilklow.
All right, he's been having an absolute tear of a year. He won the if you listen to our podcast with him, he won
Mystery
the
Millions.
mystery millions for a cool $1 million off a $1,000 buy-in. Then he comes back, starts shipping the Saturday dailies, or at least getting multiple final table in a bunch. And then just last week, he won the mixed game event at
That's
Canterbury
right.
for the Fall
And
Clark
he made
Classic.
final 2 tables in Potawatomi as well.
And not only that, the 500 at Canterbury, just when I made the final table a few weeks back, he got second place in that as well.
That's right. That's right. And
God,
yeah. And
what a run, man. That's
yeah.
actually crazy.
And he's firing a lot of bullets at these tournaments too. Which is another reason why why I'm picking him, is like he's not gonna give up after 2, 3, 4. Like he's almost, players like that. The nice thing is they're almost certain to make day 2.
Yep, yeah. Okay.
Maybe not certain, but like they're, no matter how skilled you are, if you're gonna only fire once or twice, like guys who are willing to keep firing and also are good players,
Mhm.
they're just going to be way more likely to be on day two.
Okay.
May,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
fair or
right.
not, that's
That's
how
a
it.
strategy. That is
Yeah,
how exactly. So that's exactly why I was explaining why I picked Robbie first.
yeah,
You have a second pick.
yeah. Oh man, I had a few ideas. I'm just
Well, I
looking.
got a name that came right to me, and I'm gonna spit him out next. I'm not gonna tell you though, because I can't let you steal him.
Yeah, well, I'll go with who my first thought was gonna be. I'll go with Arlo.
Arlo. Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try Strowinski. I don't know his last
Arlo
name.
S.
Arlo S. This guy, he got fourth place in Pato last, 2 weeks ago, I
He's
guess.
he's one of those young studs.
Yeah, he's been crushing online. He's gonna,
It's like two six-figure months in a row or something, right?
yeah, I think so. I think so, or maybe it was like
Roughly.
August and October. Anyways, he's been on fire. He'll keep firing. The one thing is he might late reg. I don't know. He late regs a lot. Maybe he'll get in this one earlier. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I'm confident that he'll be in there on day two and hopefully make a final table.
Okay. All right.
So I
Arlo.
got Mike and Arlo.
Mike and Arlo.
Both
Okay.
both members of our Discord, by the
Yep.
way.
Actually, the third, my second pick
Hmm.
is also a member of our Discord.
Okay.
Um, he's an absolute crusher. Excuse me, I'm sucking on a lozenge. Probably not good while
Hey,
I'm.
you're gonna suck on a lot today, but
Whoa. Okay. Anyways, back to the podcast. I'm gonna go with good old Leo Pinamonti.
okay.
He's just a stud, right? The
Yeah.
kid, he's the daily crusher. He's won every daily in Minnesota. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Anyone he won, what was it, like a 400 earlier this year? A multi-day at
Yeah.
Canterbury.
I mean, he just I played with him. I remember he's it was maybe 2 years ago, winter MSPT. I sat down at the table, had no idea who the kid was. Immediately picked him up as a good player. Like, all right, someone I got to pay attention to here. And then ever since then, I've just been kind of blown away by his results and his play. So, and I think I think it's his time.
All right.
I see him being a fall poker classic main event champion.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Leo for that. Now, do I get another my
Yep, you get
third
your
pick?
last one, then I'll get my last one.
Okay. Third pick. I'm gonna go back to someone I mean Leo's gonna fire, I'm imagining. But I'm gonna go back to someone who I know is also going to fire and is an absolute stud on and off the felts. He's been crushing for well over a decade in the Minnesota poker scene. Mr. Kuvang.
Oh yeah, I haven't even decided on my last pick yet,
There's
but
so
he
many
was
people I want to pick here, and I'm trying to separate from who I picked in years past. I know you picked Rob, but I don't think I have before.
maybe.
It's hard to
Yeah,
remember.
I don't. I may have picked Arlo I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you have, but
Yeah,
that's okay.
that's all right.
This is my plan.
Yeah. All right. So you got Rob, you got Leo, you got Koo. That's a solid.
A solid team.
I've got Mike, I've got Arlo. Who's gonna round this out? I have like 5 ideas. All right. 5. I'm gonna give myself 5 seconds.
Yeah, take your time, buddy. Let me cue that Jeopardy Jeopardy theme.
Yeah.
Do, do, do,
All
do, do,
right,
do,
it's been 5 seconds.
do, do, do.
Do.
All right, shut up and give me the name.
I'm gonna go Ian.
Ian
And
would take it.
I'm going back to the
Here we
well
go.
here.
Here we go. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I like it. Ian is who Wes lost to heads up.
Yeah.
And he's already got
I
it.
got to look at his face.
Mhm,
I've had to look
mhm,
at it all
mhm.
week.
Mm-hmm.
I actually haven't seen him in person. Maybe he late regged the high roller last night. I just fired not I didn't play the high roller,
Mhm.
but I played the 6 max and was gone kind of quickly.
Okay. Oh, you did play that? Okay.
Yeah, actually, this is actually a funny bad beat story. So it was the hand before late reg ended. I was solo big blind. The player who was going to be small blind just busted, and I had 10K at 1200 BB. So I was like, I want to get it in here so I can either double or rebuy. Starting stack was 25K. I didn't get an option because they gave me a walk, so I just got my chips back, and we looked down at aces.
Beautiful.
It was honestly pretty funny.
Oh, that's incredible. Okay.
Um,
Okay. So who name your four picks?
Myself,
Yourself.
um, Mike, Arlo, Ian.
Okay. So wait, so I have no more picks?
Well, your fourth is yourself, right? That's
Right. Shoot. Okay. I was thinking of one more to add.
we make the rules. Should we just do one more?
Let's do one more.
Okay.
Um,
The thing is though, is I get the next pick.
okay, go
That's
ahead.
how it goes.
I ain't picking who I'm about to pick. I already got him, so I guarantee you're not picking them.
I want to soul read you. I just I
You could guess 100 people and you're not going to guess it. And it's funny because I know you don't know all the past champ, but he's a past FPC main champ too, and I bet you still won't guess it.
oh,
He's got a banner up.
that does make it interesting
Hmm.
because I've seen all
You
those.
have seen all of them, but I bet you're not going to guess it.
Does Mike Schneider even play? Like,
I haven't seen Mike in a minute, but he's
Yeah.
he's the man. That's not who I was going to pick. I'll
Yeah.
give you two more guesses, and then we'll get your actual pick.
yeah, I won't even keep like I don't even remember all the names,
Okay.
and the couple I do remember, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm confident it's not going to be. Anyways, all right. So my final pick. I'm going to go. You know what? This served me well a couple years ago. I'm going to go with Blake again.
Blake Bond. Yep.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Blake.
I mean, if there's someone you know is going to be in there, who's going to be aggressive, who's someone who has a good chance at carrying a big bag into day two.
I think he's literally right now, I think.
At the final table of the high roller.
At the final
Yep.
table of the high roller.
Yeah.
Yeah. As well as Koo.
As well as Koo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't remember who else.
So-
Tony Hartman's there for sure.
Yeah. And then, well, Kit Kat is there.
Kit Kat's there too.
Loki's there.
Yeah. Loki's there. Oh, that's right. Yes. We got to get Loki on the pod.
Yeah.
I love this dude, and he's been absolutely on a tear the past year.
Yeah. Also, there's a guy at the final table who no one knows, but he's actually an online just crusher.
Who?
Like Jason Obinger, J Bangs. If you've
Oh, that's J Banks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know his name. I know his Jason Obinger. Can't think of his face, but
yeah, he lives in I think Vegas now, but he is originally from Minnesota, so
Okay,
he must
okay.
be back.
you want to hear my fourth?
Yeah.
And final? I'm going to go with the Mr. Dennis Stevermer.
Wait, he won one?
He did win one. The year I final tabled it, he won it. 2019?
Yeah, if I
2019, something like that.
I did not even realize that
Yeah.
he won
So
one.
and so here's why I'm going to pick Dennis. There's a few reasons. I know he's going to be there. I know he's going to fire. Well, I don't know that, but I'm assuming I've seen him around.
He
But-
might not be the 10 to 15 bullet type of guy.
Might not be, but I don't think he needs to be. And I will say, like, never in my life have I seen someone with such, even with the people we've had on and Crazy Carl and all these people, Dennis exerts insane pressure when it comes to needing to exert pressure. I'll never forget, like, when it came down to 2 or 3 tables when we were at the Fall Poker Classic, I didn't know he had this gear in him, but he was just running it over. Like,
Mhm.
he was opening any two and just playing them very, very good from there on out. Just applying maximum pressure because he had the chip lead and he was just absolutely running over the table. And I just garnered a ton of respect from that. It didn't even feel punty or spew. It just felt like he was dialed.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
want to
that's
see
the
that
thing
from
too.
him.
He's not like I've never seen him as like a blasty guy.
But he has it,
Yeah.
and in a good way. So
And that's the nice thing though is when someone like that is exerting like someone who blasts all the time, you kind of know their range is super wide.
yeah,
For him, he doesn't give that off,
yeah.
in general.
No,
So-
he doesn't at all. I mean, we could have obviously picked some super studs that have been just crushing it later, like Umit and all these guys. But you know what? We'll save them for some other ones.
Yeah. The problem with Uma, and granted I've seen him here this week, is and I guess there's probably not an MSPT this week.
I was gonna say if there's an MSPT, it's probably
Yeah. It's like that plays into it where it's like you never know when he's gonna be around. But I think he is gonna be here
okay.
playing and then
Well, okay. Finalize your picks. It's gonna be you. It's gonna be Blake Bond. It's gonna be Arlo S. It's going to be
Ian Mateka
Ian Mateka
and Mike Wilklow.
and Mike Wilklow. I have me, Rob. I have Dennis. Now I always forget. I always got to come back to these things. Remember me, Dennis, Rob.
I'm blanking too.
Damn,
There's
if I
two more.
rely on you for these.
Man, you clearly don't have a lot of faith in your pick.
This is embarrassing.
Leo.
Leo for sure.
Leo Pin.
And then, man, did I say Hot Rod? I kind of
No,
wanted to
but
say
you
Hot
should have.
Rod.
I was actually, when you said you knew who your pick was going to be, I was about to say, like, it's Rodney, isn't it?
And then whoever my other pick was, I'll go back and.
No, why can't we think of it?
Yeah,
Who's your other pick?
For me, it's not a surprise. For you not to remember, it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
So I went.
Koo.
Yeah. That's right. I can't forget Koo. Okay. All right. Well, it is settled, and we will. It's going to be the same bet as usual, just a fancy ass dinner, which will probably be coming my way per usual. I'd say I'd say I've won more of them than you have.
You've won the global leaderboards ones, the ones that involve skill.
Oh, well said, Wes.
But
we'll quit boring these people's ears off. Let's go ahead and just go bag a pile of chips. How's that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you the next time one of us is a FPC main event champion.
It's a lot of pressure. The podcast might not happen for a while.
I know, right? All of a sudden, if we just never.
It's like, hey guys, we were serious. Like, neither of us won this tournament, so you're not. I mean, maybe next year we'll start up, but
hopefully you guys run very well on the felt this weekend, whether it's online, whether it's live. If you're at the Fall Polar Classic or whatever event you're playing,
I hope you all run like absolute shit in the FPC main, so that I can win.
Yeah, this is the difference between Wes and I. All right, just so we're clear. All right.
Oh, you think I'm the asshole of the podcast?
I mean, you said it, not me. But guys, have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you next time.